Hello there. Oh, dear, right. Hello there. I'll start again. Hello there. I've just come back from a trip down to the south coast to visit my aging parents, and I must admit that motorway driving is getting worse and worse. The stopping distance at 70 miles an hour is something like 93 meters, is it? I'll have to check the highway code, but I'll put it in the description. Yeah, well, whilst driving on the motorway, most cars were about two car lengths behind the car in front. So, as you can imagine, your braking distance is 93 meters, but your thinking distance is way more than two car lengths. So even before you've thought about putting your foot on the brake, even before you thought about thinking about putting your foot on the brake, you're in the guy's rear end in front of you. In fact, you'll probably be 3 or 4 cars deep by that point. Yeah, you're gonna smash yourself into the car in front. Now, this is even the professional drivers who are driving within 1 car length. These big trucks who are driving within 1 car length of each other. You can't possibly see what's in front of the truck in front of you, but the truck in front of you may have to do an emergency stop because of some idiot that's pulled out onto the motorway without giving way. Yes, you don't have right of way to join the motorway. You have to use the entire slip road in which to fit in. If it means slowing down or speeding up, then that's what you've got to do. You can't just barge onto a motorway as if it's your right, which is what happens. And then there's the overtaking manoeuvres or changing lane manoeuvres that's going on. Right? There's none of this respect to the driver in the other lane. No, they just pull in, right? Closing up this stopping distance dramatically. So if you leave a gap of 2 car lengths, people pull into that gap and expecting you to slow down. The highway code stipulates that when you're changing lanes, right, you're to do so, but you mustn't cause the occupant of the other lane to slow down or change direction, which is what happens on the motorway. You just pull across and then slow down. This is what happened to me numerous occasions. Driving along the motorway, and then somebody decides that they're going to pull out into the middle lane because I was already overtaking cars. Pull out into the middle lane and expect you to slow down because that's what they do. You're doing 70 miles an hour. You've got your cruise control on. You're doing a steady 70, and some car pulls out in front of you and slows down to 60. No, it's just not on. The way people are driving these days, I really am surprised that there aren't any more casualties on the motorways. Then there's a congestion, of course, which is, as Alex Belfield says, a congestion is caused by cyclists. But funny that there aren't any cyclists on the motorway, not that I've seen. Yet we spent most of my journey under 60 miles an hour because the roads were gridlocked. At one point we spent 5 or 6 miles doing 40 miles an hour and another 10 miles doing 4 miles an hour because of congestion was so heavy. And that wasn't caused by cyclists. So I think the government needs to do another 2-second rule TV advert. This is where you mark some structure on the road surface. Say you go under a bridge and the car in front goes under the bridge, the shadow passes its bumper, and then you start saying this little rhyme. Only a fool breaks a 2-second rule. Now, by the time you finish that, when you say rule at the end, you should now be passing the same point as the car in front. Now that is effectively your stopping distance, which, like I said, is 90. I think it's 93 meters, which is an incredible distance. It really is. But they're just driving bumper to bumper. It's just craziness. People are going to die. Yeah. But people say, oh, my brakes are much better. Yeah, but your cars are much heavier. Momentum is the thing that you're worried about. Momentum is mass times velocity. So if your mass is increased, then your braking force has got to increase. That's why your brakes are so much better. It's because your cars have got so much heavier. Anyway, I rabbited on for 3 minutes about the poor state of driving. And to be quite honest, the foreign professional drivers are the worst. They just got no respect for British roads whatsoever. And it's just dangerous. It really is getting dangerous out there. Anyway, right. I'll see you all later. Have a nice Wednesday afternoon. Bye.